What's up, guys? Welcome back to the podcast. Thanks for tuning in. I said I was only going to do one, but I'm obviously doing two tonight. So if you caught the last one, you could tell I'm in the same outfits because I'm recording like right after while these things are just going in my mind. But quick reminder, guys, we are at episode 122, I believe. And the goal is to get to 200 by the end of the year. I hope you guys are sticking with me. I hope you guys join along for the journey. Hoping to have some great, cool guests, do Producers Den, but I'm also going to be doing these solo episodes where I talk about some of the things I learned or some of my takes on the world. I'd love to get to where I'm comfortable doing like a Tim Dillon style thing where I'm like ranting, but he's in his own world, he's his own class, but I'm going to do my own. Um, and this is going to be a solo episode. I'm super excited. Now, last episode, I talked about journaling and how it literally saved me and got me back into things and how I kind of integrated that into my life. Originally, I started with 30 days every day, then I extended it to 60 every day. And then I decided to just kind of keep it up with my life. And I'm not doing it every day right now per se, but I try to do it every day. But it's usually every other, something of that nature. But with that being said, there were a couple things I mentioned in that podcast that I also did during that 30-day period because I was like, I need to focus on me and I need to change my life. I need to change my mindset. I need to change my perspective. And I want to hit on all of those. They're all going to be little 4-part segments here. And if just as a recap, I journaled every day. I gratitude journaled every day. I worked out every day or did some activity 2 days on the weekend. And I also did nutrition very seriously. We're going to talk a little bit about all these different things. But last episode was journaling. This one, I really want to talk to you about gratitude journal because as much as journaling was a game changer for me to mentally give my emotions and give my thoughts space and a place to not only see them, but then work through them and figure them out and go, okay, here's where I'm coming from and here's why, and here's how I can fix it. Here's how I can avoid doing that again. That is so key. But gratitude journaling, on the other hand, was something that totally shifted my perspective on my life. And the two go hand in hand. However, gratitude journaling is its own unique thing because you're shifting your perspective from the things I'm viewing the world by the things I don't have to now viewing the world by the things I do have. And this isn't to like make us not be ambitious and not go after things, but when you're in a rut and you're having thoughts and for example, a breakup and you're thinking about that person and you're missing that person and all you can think about is like, I just don't have the one thing I want. The gratitude journal is so pivotal in changing your mindset because you start to take care of the small things that you do have going for you, which in turn starts to make you realize the big things you have going for you. And you can use that momentum to go after the goals you have. Again, the point of the gratitude journal is to realize you do have a lot going for you. You have a lot to be thankful for in this world, but it but we so often do not think about them. We just brush by them and we move on to the next thing, especially in this consumer culture that we live in America and stuff. It's just you always want more and you want more. But again, I'm not trying to quench that ambition you have, but I am trying to have you stop at a point and just say, wait, I actually have a lot going for me. I shouldn't be so upset about the things I don't have. Because we get sometimes we can get so caught up on things we don't have that it almost ruins the things we have in front of us. Grass is greener theory, things of that nature. So what I did was, along with journaling and nutrition and working out, for 30 days, I kept a separate gratitude journal. And all I did was buy a small 3 by 5 inch notebook. I even wrote gratitude journal. This one's gratitude journal number 2 because I ran out of pages. But I wrote um, in this. That's all I did. So it's not a lot. It takes maybe 5-10 minutes. Um, but I wrote on the first page an intention. I think it's important to write your intention of the journal personally. I think it's just for you to just like get mentally like, okay, when I'm writing on this piece of paper, I'm doing these things. And I wrote in an intention of like, hey, actually, I'll just read this one. Who cares? So This journal is a continuation of our original gratitude journal to keep up with us journaling. The intent of this notebook is to write down and acknowledge the great things in our life that are occurring, even though we may not be where we want to be at just yet. So often I overlook some of the great things that are happening around me. Journal number one really changed my perspective, and journal number two will continue to change that perspective. So all I do on these journals is I go start day for the first day. I write the date. Today's date, or the date for this one, was 5/6/2025. And then I write, today I am thankful for dot, dot, dot. I make space, and then I just write things down until I run out of room on that page. It's just filling this page. That's the goal, is to just fill this page. And I want to point this out because I think it's so important. These things you're being thankful for and gratitude for, they do not have to be grand and big. A matter of fact, when you start, because you're not going to notice things, you might start out super small, and that's okay. And you might not even fill a full page. That's okay. But it's just important for you to write things down, no matter how small they are. And I'm going to give you guys examples. For me, I moved out to Colorado. And a big thing for the first month was like a couple days, a week, was like, I'm so thankful. When it was a sunny day out in the winter, I said, I'm thankful that today is a sunny day and I get to see the mountains and I get to see the snow peaks, because I love the mountains. So I'm like, I should be grateful that I live in an area where I can see the mountains all the time. That's so easy. I technically see them every day, but some days they're magical. They're amazing. So I wrote that down. There were days where I just bought a new truck, and that's something I'm super thankful for. Again, that's something like car wise, like so many people get caught up in like, oh, I don't have the car of my dreams, but like maybe you do, or maybe you have a car that you like. It's not the car you want, and you eventually want to get something new, but like it gets you to and from work, gets you to where you need to go, gets you to go visit family, gets you to drive across the country, whatever you need to do with it. Thankful for that car. So I wrote that down as a small thing. I'd write that down a lot because I bought a truck that I'm really happy with, and I'm super excited about it, and I'm really happy. So I wrote that down. It's very small, but it's something I loved. Another example is I liked, not only do I like sweet tea, some know that, some don't, but so there were days where like I'm having a bad day. So it's a lot harder to come up with things that I'm grateful for, but maybe I got a sweet tea at lunch. And as small as that sounds, I'm thankful like I was able to get that sweet tea because it is a small treat that I really like. Or, M&Ms, I went to the M&Ms, like at gas station, at the gas station, and it's something I really like. So again, it's not, doesn't have to be big and grand. And there are things I did write that were big and grand. Hey, I'm thankful I have healthcare through my job. Hey, I'm thankful I have a job that I actually like. Hey, I'm thankful I'm recording my podcast today because I enjoy doing that. So the gratitude is just small things in your life that you are thankful for at that time. Other examples, like I live across the country from my parents. So there were times where like I could talk to my parents for an hour. I'm like, I'm so thankful I could talk to them for an hour a day. Or I'm so thankful they're doing good. I'm so thankful I have my aunt to talk to. Hey, there was a day where I had friends calling me and checking up on me. I'm thankful that friend called and caught up with me and asked how I was doing. And I got to ask how they were doing. There's so many things that you can just be thankful for, and you don't think about it every day. Working from home. Hey, I work a remote job. I don't have to go in the office. I hate going in the office. Oh, well, then I'm thankful that I get to work at home. But again, I want to emphasize this gratitude journal, guys, just changes your perspective on the things that you have that are around you. And it makes you realize that you have a lot going for you. For me personally, it made me realize that I do have a lot going for me. It gave me more juice and more energy to start going after the goals I had, which was like this podcast and these pages and and social media management work that I do and freelance stuff. It's like it gave me the ammo I needed to go, wait, I have a lot going for me. I've been doing this for a while. Versus before, I would have this a thing of like, oh, I've been doing this for 3 years and 4 years and not getting anywhere I need to be and blah, 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 blah. And so has more followers and this and that. And instead of just shifting my whole thing where it's like, wait, I'm so thankful I had those 3 years to learn because I actually did learn a lot. It's how I got to this point. It's how I got to where I'm comfortable to start moving and pushing myself to go do these things because now I know what I want to do. So keep a gratitude journal, guys. That was a game changer, especially if you're going through dark times. Again, when we're having dark times, we lose a job, we lose a family member, we break up with a loved one, someone we dearly love, those things are really hit us home. And a lot of times we then tend to focus on, those things that we don't have anymore. Again, my example is, I'm just being real with you guys. We had broken up. I had broken up with a girlfriend of mine. She had broken up with me. But I didn't have it. And that was where I was like, I was focusing too long on that. And I decided, wait a minute, I got a lot of shit going for me in life. Why am I focusing on one thing I don't have? And I'm gonna start focusing on things I do have. And don't get me wrong, bad days might still come, but at least I have this weapon on my tool belt to keep me going on a bad day and to keep my lifted spirits up. And then on good days, man, I'm writing down a ton of things I have good for. As a bonus tip before I close out, I wrote an affirmation that I had created on the back of these two. So on one page, I write down the date and the today I'm thankful for, and then my bullet list of things I'm thankful for. And on the back end, I might write some type of affirmation. And it could just be one that speaks to you, whatever that is. So extra little tip for you if you need it. Just takes me no more than like 10 minutes, maybe on a bad day when I'm like really struggling. But guys, just a game changer. Keep a gratitude journal. How a gratitude journal changed my life. And again, I try to keep up with it as much as I can going forward. I did it for 30 days, guys. 30 days is all I'm saying. And then I did it for another 30. I did it for 60. And I did miss one day during that time. I think this is something I should have mentioned in the other one, but like, don't beat yourself up if you miss a day. It happens. Just pick it up the next day. It's okay. But make it a goal to just like go as long as you can and be like, again, I missed one day in February on like day 14 or something, or day 9 or something like that. I could go back and look, but yeah, I missed one day and then I like kept going. So keep it up. I ended up doing it for 2 months, missing one day. It was freaking awesome. I mean, just total change of perspective. It really gave me a base level to start moving forward in my life. And it doesn't mean you have to like shoot for the stars, be a billionaire and be Jeff Bezos, but like you're at least going to move forward to be the best of you. And isn't that what you kind of want to do in this life? Is be the best you and live the best life you can? I hope so. That's what I want to do. So hopefully this helps you guys. Hopefully I do some more of these lessons and they find them super useful. Please let me know in the comments below. Like, subscribe to the podcast, rate the podcast, all that fun stuff. But hopefully someone out there finds this and they take something away that's really helpful. Love you guys. Peace.